Oh, I never started. Okay, let's do this for real. All right. Hi again.
Hi again.
What do you think about the current state of the world?
Brain rot. A lot of brain rot.
You gotta speak up, baby.
A lot of brain rot.
Okay, and who is having this brain rot?
It's all over every app.
But who is having the brain rot? Apps can't have brain rot. Who has the brain rot?
The apps.
No, apps cannot have brain rot. Humans can. So who has the brain rot?
You do.
Christian, you're literally not answering my question. I literally just told you an app is an app. It does not have feelings or things like that. So who has brain rot?
A lot of people.
Okay, what kind of people?
Brain rot people.
Christian, what kind of people have brain rot? Do I have brain rot?
A bit.
How? Right. So I'm asking you, what kind of people? Use your words. All of them.
Not like the brain rot brain. I'm talking like 6, 7 and that stuff.
Okay, yeah, brain rot, but who are the people? What kind of people are being affected?
People who are dumb.
So, are you dumb?
No.
Am I dumb?
No.
So, is that a legitimate answer? No. So, when I say what kind of people, Christian, young, old, black, white, what kind of people?
Oh.
Like, literally, the question I asked,
Like
what
that-
kind of people?
It doesn't matter about the skin color.
Okay, what does matter? What kind of people?
People who are brain rot. People who say like Italian brain rot, 6, 7 and that stuff.
Are you one of those people?
Yes.
So you have brain rot?
Yes.
Okay, so when I ask what kind of people, how would you describe yourself? Seriously.
I don't know.
Okay, what kind of person are you, Christian? Say things about yourself right now.
Smart.
Okay, I thought people who got brain rot are dumb.
I didn't say people who are dumb.
I said who gets brain rot? You said dumb people.
I didn't say.
It's literally on camera.
Not like dumb.
Right,
Like
so that's...
people who do stupid stuff.
Okay, right. So my point is to put it down, because that's the point now, the problem now. My point is that's the brain rot. So my point is to get you to use your words, Christian, because you just say things and you don't really be saying nothing. You just keep repeating the same stuff and it's not even answering the question. So we're having a conversation. So let's have a conversation. And you see that face? That's brain rot face, because I don't want him to have his phone while we're having this conversation, because he cannot focus because of his brain rot.
You have brain rot.
How? Tell me how I have brain rot. Right, because mommy don't get into trends. I don't be watching people live their lives on the TV or internet. If I scroll, it's for a little bit for my brain dump, and then I get off. So how I got brain rot?
I don't know.
Then why you say it?
I don't know.
So you just be saying anything?
I don't know.
Christian, this is what I don't like that you do this, because I told you beforehand that we were about to talk about it, and then you don't talk about it. You just keep saying the same thing, and it's not saying anything. And then I explained that to you. And then because I told you you can't pay attention to the phone, now you just don't even want to talk. That's messed up. And that's part of the problem with people who have brain rot. Because you don't care about anything else. You want to focus on what you want to focus on, right? You feel like being in a game, and so now nothing else matters, huh? Huh? Are you saying words?
Yes.
What are you saying?
Listening to what you're saying.
Right, but the point of a conversation is for both of us to have input, not just for you to just let me talk. A conversation is between two or more people. There's two of us, so we both have input. I'm even giving you questions and you just not answering them. You're not saying what you mean. I would like for you to start saying what you mean, because you're smart enough to articulate it. But when you just say, I don't know, whatever, and you have that attitude, people will assume that you are one of those dumb people with brain rot. And we know that's not the case. So let's articulate ourselves better. Let's use our words better. Okay? So, my point in this whole conversation was to ask you what you think about the state of the world, but I don't mean part of what you said absolutely matters, the brain rot, because all of the serious stuff going on in the world is directly tied to people living their lives online.
Yeah, let me show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So people like this.
Turn it around for the camera.
All right. Let me find it.
Exactly. Okay, so now stop that. Now, do you understand why mommy doesn't allow you to watch reels and shorts at home? Christian, talk, man.
Yes.
Okay, and I've explained it to you multiple times. It messes with your attention span for stupid stuff like that. You can't pay attention for longer than a minute before you start getting upset. ADHD my ass. That's that phone too. Okay, which I also did not agree to, but here we are. So, yes, ADHD does some stuff to your brain, but it's actually a superpower. That's how? Let me see. I can walk in a room and know whether or not I belong there. I can think of solutions really, really, really fast when most people are freaking out. There's a lot of ways ADHD is a superpower, but there's a lot of ways where we have to learn how to work around the things that slow us down, like the time blindness. Like, for example, you said it was 4 days ago to the doctor, right? But it was really a week ago. Mommy does that too. It's not, you don't got to feel no way about it. You have time blindness, which is you find something out about yourself that maybe isn't so great, right? And then you find ways to remedy those things, or to at least help make your life a little bit easier, so that you don't get stuck in those cycles. So mommy has an issue with remembering things I need to do, so mommy started using a calendar, stuff like that. You find workarounds, right? So an ADHD brain is not a brain that cannot be helped. It is a very, very, very specifically smart brain. And we just misfire, at random. But my point was, what do you know about the things outside of brain rot? What do you know about the things happening in the world right now?
Nothing really.
What do y'all talk about at school? Do they talk about at school about anything happening in the country right now?
Nope.
You don't talk about the president? You don't talk about politics, none of that?
None of that.
Great. That's great, because I don't want anyone teaching you what they believe. Okay? I want you to figure out for yourself what you believe, and we roll with that, right? But so I made a post earlier about how we need to talk to our kids more about the things going on in the world, because you guys, see things happening, and maybe you just haven't had a conversation to help you understand why it's happening. And I think that's a huge part of how bullies come about, and how, people who are young, who don't want to do anything with their lives, all this stuff. I think that's part of how this comes about, is because people don't be talking to their kids about what's actually happening in the world and things that affect them. Because there's a lot happening in the world right now, Stink. You know that? So, about the war, the genocide in Gaza? Nope. Right? And that's not your concern right now. I'm not even going to put that on you, but you definitely need to know what's happening in America. What do you think is happening in America right now?
Nothing really.
Nothing? Okay. Have you seen any protesters or police heavy a lot in the area or anything like that?
Like on this.
Just anywhere.
Like, yeah.
Where?
Like when we're coming back from school, like a lot of security.
Oh, no, that's good.
No, not like in the school. Like
Right.
when we're leaving.
No, I understand that, and you want that. You want security at your school because you want to be safe, because guess what? They be shooting schools up, right? Right, and it happens often. So that's cool. But what mommy is talking about is there are a lot of protests going on practically all year because of the president and all of the things that he's doing that are against the people. So right now the government is shut down. Did you know that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so you know why the government is shut down? Well, there are politics involved. I'm not going to get into what politics is, right? Politics is like, you know how you vote for the president? Like, that's democracy. That's part of politics, right? But the things that they do and say and promise the people of the country, though, that's politics. It's like, oh, I'm going to, make it more affordable, your medicine more affordable. I'm going to do all these things, right? And then people vote for them, fully expecting them to do those things, right?
and they lie, so they get votes.
Yes, exactly, baby. So he lied his butt off, okay? Because all of the things he was promising are actually not happening. We are currently in a government shutdown. People are not receiving money, their paychecks. People are not getting assistance for their food. And the ways it might show up for you is maybe there's a kid at school and you notice that they don't bring a snack, or they never are able to get lunch or something like that. And you might just think, or maybe they're poor or something, right? And maybe that is the case, right? They could or could not be poor, but some of those people, maybe they didn't have food this month because the government shut down. And they running out, and they're not going to get another, amount of money until the government opens, and we don't know when that is. Because when they play politics, they play with people's lives, like all the people in America. And you'll have some people that be like, oh, well, I like Donald Trump because XYZ, right? And usually it's for a selfish reason, because he's going to do this for me and people like me. Well, that's what happened. A lot of people who are not brown, like you and I, voted for him because they thought he was going to do things for them, and they didn't care if anything that he did affected brown people like you and I. And so now all of those people are being affected, even though they're not brown. And maybe some of them are starting to get it now, that just because you don't you go against one race of people to help yourself, that plan never works. Because the goal of people in power, they don't care about races and stuff. Well, they might, but it don't matter if it doesn't matter. There are so many people who secretly are racist, or maybe somebody you thought was racist might be actually a good person. People are people. So that matters less than what we're talking about. The people in power, mostly, number one, care about money. And so all the bad things they are doing to us help them make money somehow. So they're going against the people of the country. And I'll show you later, like, all these protests that have been happening and stuff, because I think it's important for you to know what's going on a little bit. For your age, I don't want to bombard you because I know your brain starts spiraling. But I'll show you some of the protest stuff, but I just wanted to like check in with you and see how you feeling, see like if you what you think about what's happening, to see if it's affecting the kids at school, you know. Because come this month, you know, this month is over. Come November 1st, it's gonna be a really big problem because a lot of people will not get the food assistance they need. A lot of people will not get their paychecks. So a lot of people that are on food stamps, people that have jobs and have money, like everybody's going to be affected, because guess what? When you stop helping people who can't afford food get food, guess who doesn't get paid as well? Farmers and business owner or grocery stores and people like that. They lose money as well. So guess what they start doing?
So billionaires can pay less.
And they start raising prices. And then people still can't afford it, right? So they make it worse. It only gets worse. It doesn't get better when you make a bad decision. And that's why mommy always talks to you about making good decisions.
One question.
Yes.
Should I go for president?
Should you go what?
Should I go for president?
For what?
President.
Yes, absolutely. And this is why, oh my God, you just proved my point. This is why I'm having this conversation with you. I think when people don't talk to their kids because they think maybe they don't understand, or, you know, they think they too young and all of that stuff, I think that's not a good thing, because I think the more you talk to kids, the more you guys think about other things than like video games and whatever. Like, you actually start caring about what's happening around you. And so that's why mommy wanted to have this conversation with you, and you proved my point. Because guess what? Somebody who, I'm talking to you and you're moving, and it's kind of rude. Yeah, somebody who never talks to their mom like this or their parents like this, maybe they don't think they could be president. You know? It matters. These conversations matter, and that's why mommy gets a little miffed at you when you don't be trying to talk, because we gonna talk whether you want to talk or not. Okay? I ain't gonna force you to stay for a long, long time, but you're gonna talk to me. Right? Because I want you to continue to believe that you can be the president. I want you to want to do things to change this world. What's something in this world that you would like to change now?
Lower the prices.
Of what?
Everything.
No, dead ass. I love you, kid. Actually. No, do it right. I love you.
Love you.
All right, get out of my car.